You do the same intro every time.
So do you. Welcome to show.
Yeah, I know, but
It's good to be back.
Yeah, it's good to be back. I've just knocked the mics off there. Sorry about that. So if there's a dead space there, we do apologise. My fat fingers hit the mouse at the wrong time. Now we've
And
got
your granddad brain.
Yeah. Now we've got this show's rather special to some R&B. Well, to
Basically, our first track that we played today,
yeah,
which was Aaliyah, 1 in a Million.
yeah,
And I think that is actually true. That is a true metaphor for Aaliyah. She was 1 in a million.
She was a good artist. Actually.
Today is the 27th of August. On the 25th of August, Aaliyah passed away in 2001. It's been 9 years.
Yeah, so we thought we'd
dedicate our show when we'll play quite a lot of Aaliyah tracks for today.
Yeah, and I've mixed in a few UB40 tracks because I just think it complements some of the music. Now, thank you to everybody, all of our listeners who emailed us in their stories for PC World. We are going to be doing a part 2 of PC World because we've got so many stories to go through. I've had to write them all down, and Vishal has been having a laugh at some of them.
No, seriously, it's weird.
Well, I mean, how many emails did we get regarding PC World? I mean,
Too many.
We weren't expecting them, were we?
Too many.
We literally weren't expecting them. So, guys, thank you for your input. But we're not going to be covering PC World today. Vishal's got a question that was emailed to him regarding software. I've got a hardware question to cover on today's show. And what was it we were going to cover? Oh yeah, our newfound thing for MSN, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That we've set up, and we're going to be covering a little bit about podcasting again, and we're going to hit on some basic maintenance stuff again, probably go over some old ground, and then we'll just have a laugh as usual, I think.
Usual.
So it's a normal show, plus we've got a few added things. Oh, and we do have a complaint to cover. Our first of many, I hope not. But this next track is off a well-known film, The Breakfast Club, and this is Simple Minds and Don't Forget About a little bit. So what have you been up to the last week then, Vic? Well, since the last show?
Working.
Working
in our lovely workplace.
Yeah. Now, there is going to be a few changes because we're not going to break protocol this show. We're going to start supporting some events at our lovely workplace, aren't we? So,
yes, we are.
And also, you may be able to catch us at Baker Hall at Birmingham City University on the 15th of September. Being as we're a local business and we're going to be promoting PCTechRadio.
I just hope they don't remember my face too much, because I don't want to be in the middle of work or walking through the area. Someone goes, "Oh, I got a problem with my computer."
Yeah.
I'm already pre-warning you. I'm a very nice person when it comes to most things, but honestly, don't push the wrong buttons, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, don't come pestering us at work, because we will get into trouble. And it's going to be quite funny, actually. I was saying earlier, wasn't I, Vishal, that because our lovely workplace is going to be there anyway. So, now you found some out, didn't you?
Well, it's not something I found out. It's something I already knew from a while ago. But
it's actually started to come to light a bit more, hasn't it?
Well, it's been going on for quite a while, but it's kind of like I knew about it, but I just didn't bother to tell people much about it. It's basically...
Well, that wasn't down to you, though, was it? I mean, it was...
Hasn't happened to me, but it's happened to quite a lot of other people. Basically, I'm sure, as everyone knows, you use stuff like MSN and Yahoo Messenger and everything.
Yeah.
Let me assure you, if you are making this mistake, you're not the only person making this mistake, but you can correct this mistake before it ends up getting something really bad. The simple thing I will say is, whatever you do, ensure that you do not do an auto sign-in with your password saved.
So is that sort of like on MSN Messenger and Hotmail, both?
You can leave it for Hotmail on your web browser.
But for MSN,
For MSN, no. Don't. Whatever you do, don't.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, for the browser, if you're using Internet Explorer, definitely don't. If you're using Firefox, you can get away with it.
Okay.
Little dig at Internet Explorer there.
Again.
Right.
You know.
But basically, do not save your password to do an auto sign-in. So basically, most people put, remember my password, sign me in automatically.
Yeah.
Do not do that. Do not do that at all. Every time, save your username, which is your email address.
Yeah.
You can save that. That makes no difference. But every time you want to sign in to Messenger, make sure that you put your password in manually. And no, it might seem like a long process, but
Why? Okay. Now we've explained that, but why?
because I know 5 or 6 people who've had their MSNs hacked. I know 4 people at the moment right now that are sending me emails and offline messages. Someone sent me an offline message saying, "Oh, by the way, have you seen this recently? I lost £50 in 2 weeks.
So they
£50 in weight in 2 weeks."
So they're getting spam mail sent from their.
Yeah, no, this is someone sending me offline messages on MSN. So their MSN accounts have been hacked and someone's been using their MSN account.
Oh right.
So they've got your email and they've got your password.
So they could be signing. Basically, they could be signing you up to anything.
Exactly.
I mean, how long? I mean, have you read anything about
haven't-
MSN trying to combat this, or
I haven't read anything about it.
or is
but
it?
It's,
I know this is going to sound awful to anybody who's listening out there, but is it just down to common sense, really?
Yeah, well, it's down to more. It's down to more. Not to sound rude, but it's down to more idiocy of people not being bothered
A
to
little bit. So what have you been up to the last week, then, Vic? Well, since the last show.
working.
Oh, yeah,
Working in our lovely workplace.
Yeah. Now there is going to be a few changes because we're gonna. Well, we're not going to break protocol this show. We're going to start supporting some events at our lovely workplace, aren't we? So,
Yes, we are.
and also you may be able to catch us at Baker Hall at Birmingham City University on the 15th of September. Being as we're a local business and we're going to be promoting PCTechRadio.
I just hope they don't remember my face too much, because I don't want to be in the middle of work or walking through the area. Someone goes, "Oh, I got a problem with my computer."
Yeah.
I'm already pre-warning you. I'm a very nice person when it comes to most things, but honestly, don't push the wrong buttons, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, don't come pestering us at work, because we will get into trouble. And it's going to be quite funny, actually. I was saying earlier, wasn't I, Vishal, that because our lovely workplace is going to be there anyway. So, you know, now you found something out, didn't you?
Well, it's not something I found out. It's something I already knew from a while ago. But
it's actually started to come to light a bit more, hasn't it?
Well, it's been going on for quite a while, but it's kind of like I knew about it, but I just didn't bother to tell people much about it. It's basically,
Well, that wasn't down to you, though, was it? I mean, it was.
Hasn't happened to me, but it's happened to quite a lot of other people. Basically, I'm sure, as everyone knows, you use stuff like MSN and Yahoo Messenger and everything.
Yeah.
Let me assure you, if you are making this mistake, you're not the only person making this mistake, but you can correct this mistake before it ends up getting something really bad. The simple thing I will say is, whatever you do, ensure that you do not do an auto sign-in with your password saved.
So is that sort of like on MSN Messenger and Hotmail, both?
You can leave it for Hotmail on your web browser.
But for MSN,
For
no.
MSN, no, don't. Whatever you do, don't.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, for the browser, if you're using Internet Explorer, definitely don't. If you're using Firefox, you can get away with it.
Okay.
Little
Just
dig at Internet Explorer there.
again.
Right.
You know.
But basically, do not save your password to do an auto sign in. So basically, most people put remember my password, sign me in automatically.
Yeah.
Do not do that. Do not do that at all. Every time, save your username, which is your email address.
Yeah.
You can save that. That makes no difference. But every time you want to sign in to Messenger, make sure that you put your password in manually. And no, it might seem like a long process, but
Why? Okay. Now we've explained that, but why?
because I know 5 or 6 people who've had their MSNs hacked. I know 4 people at the moment right now that are sending me emails and offline messages. Someone sent me an offline message saying, "Oh, by the way, have you seen this recently? I lost £50 in 2 weeks.
So they
£50 in weight in 2 weeks."
So they're getting spam mail sent from their.
Yeah, no, this is someone sending me offline messages on MSN. So their MSN accounts have been hacked and someone's been using their MSN account.
Oh right.
So they've got your email and they've got your password.
So they could be signing. Basically, they could be signing you up to anything.
Exactly.
I mean, how long? I mean, have you read anything about
haven't-
MSN trying to combat this, or
I haven't read anything about it.
or is
but
it?
It's,
I know this is going to sound awful to anybody who's listening out there, but is it just down to common sense, really?
Yeah, well, it's down to more. It's down to more. Not to sound rude, but it's down to more idiocy of people not being bothered to actually put their passwords in.
Well, I mean, I'm one of them, but my firewall automatically tells me if somebody's tried to.
I
hack.
still wouldn't trust firewalls.
Oh no, I know, I don't.
Still wouldn't trust firewalls.
I don't trust it, but I don't use MSN as much anyway.
Yeah.
So I don't log in.
I would
but
still.
my-
I would still suggest to people enter in your passwords manually, please, to save yourself the hassle of getting your account hacked.
yeah,
Because I know.
Because the thing is, it's the same as if the DNS hack that we reported on.
Yep.
A while ago.
I'll give you another simple one as well. My cousin got his Facebook hacked and his MSN hacked.
Right.
Well, he was using Internet Explorer, so obviously Facebook got hacked.
Okay.
But MSN got hacked as well. And
How?
I have no idea how, but I'm sure it was auto signing. Or stored your password. Because I tell you something, right?
See, I don't store my password for MSN.
Right.
I don't auto sign
Yeah.
in.
I'll tell you.
But I save my. But when my MSN pops up,
Yeah.
it'll say it'll allow me
Saved
to
password.
untick
Yeah.
the save password. But when you auto sign in, it won't allow you to untick save password.
Yeah, really, you shouldn't even be saving your password on the computer.
Yeah.
Okay, shall I tell you something? Okay, this isn't something that I'm proud of, and this isn't something that I genuinely did to try and gain access to someone's information.
Yeah.
But I did a bit of research. This was like a few years ago. This is like before I even knew David. I did a bit of research on something, and I thought at that point, you're kind of like, I want to have a mess around. I want to screw about. I want to do something. Yeah. And I did a little digging, and I found a piece of software that somebody had made, and it said hack MSN password. And basically, what you did was
I have a story. Oh,
yeah.
I have a
When
story.
when you went on the person's computer, basically you opened it up, and then you said, "Find passwords." Now, when you've got an auto sign in, it found the password, and and I go to him, mate. "Oh, dude, sign into MSN. I'll do it later." I said, "Oh, don't worry, I'll sign in for you." He goes, "You don't know my password?" "Yeah, I do." Tapped it in and signed in front of him, and he goes, "How did you get my password?" I said, "This is how I got it. This is what you're meant to be doing, and not storing your password in the computer."
Yeah.
And I turned around and said to him, "I've gained access to this now. Now, I'm not being funny, but what if this was your password to sign in on the computer?
Yeah, exactly.
You've got
See,
they've got access to everything. What is it? What if that was your password to sign in to Facebook?"
I have 3 different ways of passwords. For PCTechRadio, for example, anything to do with PCTechRadio,
Yep.
all the passwords to all the websites that we go to are the same.
Yeah.
So there's no difference. Anything to do with the McGrath computer repairs
It's different.
is different.
Facebook's
And
different. Hotmail's
Facebook's
different.
different. Hotmail's different. And
iTunes and everything else.
iTunes is all different. I make sure I don't store them.
Yeah. They're not stored
on anywhere on the password. If I do store them anywhere so that I can remember them off the top of my head, or I forget them, I have them on my phone.
Yeah.
In a note file that isn't connected to a text message or anything like that. I have them on a note file. So
you password protected them.
Yeah.
That's alright.
Yeah.
So at least you know what it is.
Passwords. Saying about hacking and things like that. When I was just starting in computers, I got given a program called NetBus.
Yeah.
Now this is a nasty bit. Now, if you wanted to use it maliciously, it's not available anymore, thank God, because it's been.
Oh God.
No,
thank God.
This is how bad it is, right?
I've heard about it.
Did I tell you about it? Where you can switch the monitor off.
Yep.
Open the CD drive, rip the entire hard disk from that person's computer.
You could format their hard disk without them knowing.
Format a hard drive without them knowing. Do all sorts of horrible stuff, but mainly, we still have to experiment with it, because I found a way to block off, because it opens all ports.
Yeah.
I found a way to block off and secure the one port, so we can automatically switch and transfer files quicker. Do you know you can transfer a file in NetBus for 20 seconds it takes?
Wow.
But that's as long as both systems are using the same OS.
Yeah.
OS for everybody out there is operating system, just in case. Now, we've got some good news, some not so good news, and some funny news, I think.
Okay. Let's hear the not so good news first.
Okay, the not so good news. We're holding off on PCTechRadio TV, as I explained to you, until we get certain things in place.
Yes.
Now, the good news is to all our listeners out there, as of the next show, we will be putting it up on the Facebook group. We have a MSN Hotmail email, which is PCTechRadio@live.co.uk. Now, this is for MSN. So basically, I know we've pre-warned you about auto signing in and things like that, but PC Tech Radio will be live on MSN as of the next show. So you can send us to anybody who listens to our show, please add us on your MSN Messenger accounts, and when you see PC Tech Radio go green, that means we're broadcasting and we can accept your questions there and then. So that's going to be a bit of good fun, isn't it, Vish?
Oh yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun.
Getting questions. I think for that show, I think it's going to have to be a 2-hour one. Simply because we're just going to be getting. I can just imagine it. We're going to get bombarded with questions and stuff.
Oh, it's going to be fun.
Oh, it'll be fun, no doubt. We also have been asked what's happening with the website now. Well, a few things are being put in place and put in perspective, aren't they, Vish, to sort of help us along with that. So we have to organise all that first, guys. Please join up on the Facebook group. You can find us on the PC Tech Radio, and if you wish to do any advertising with us or anything along those lines, you can find us at PC Tech Radio Limited on Facebook. We also have Twitter, which is now, I understand, taking off quite nicely.
It should be very soon.
You still haven't done that thing yet?
No.
We have to get it done. We
haven't had time.
Yeah, we have to get it done. Now, that was the good news about MSN. Not so good news was about the website, because things have to be put in place first before we can start upgrading certain things. Now, the funny news was, I received an email. Now, it wasn't anything to do with hardware related issues. It was, when will PC Tech Radio be starting? Because we don't believe Vishal when he says how cute he is.
Oh, this was hilarious.
This was from, I think, it's got to be. They didn't leave a name, but I'm assuming it's 2 female listeners to the show. You know, they actually sent the email. They think I've got a sexy voice, so I don't know what's going on. I think my voice is quite dull and drone.
I mean, if you think he's got a sexy voice, wait till you actually see my face.
I know.
Your opinion's going to change totally on that one.
It'll crack the camera lens, I think.
Well, crack it was shattered.
Oh, it's always good fun here. Now, you did get a software question, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
So, do you want to explain what it was? And
Can you remind me what the software question was? I don't have a very great
Right.
memory.
Okay, to put it in perspective, it was to do with Windows 7,
Yeah.
and it
Or
was...
was it that Norton 360 thing?
Yes, the Norton 360,
Okay.
where it keeps getting the blue screen of death.
Yeah.
But he'd started with Windows Vista Basic, upgraded to Premium, then upgraded to Windows 7, installed Norton 360, and then installed all his programs, and then, you know, shut it all down properly.
The first thing I want to say, not to sound rude to that listener, is why in God's name did you install Norton 360? It is.
Okay.
It is honestly, in my opinion, it is one of the worst pieces of software you can possibly come across.
Yeah, I mean,
Not very good.
we've said this in prior shows, haven't we, about where we did.
I think these softwares where they try and do 20 different things and all in one softwares.
Yeah.
They're not good because they're trying to do too much.
I mean, the Uni Blue stuff. That's
But-
tailored to.
Yeah, but you get the UniBlue suite, but then that's split into 3 different bits.
Yeah.
3-4 different bits.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
you've actually got a separate bit for every single one. This isn't one piece of software that just does everything.
Yeah. I mean, his basic plea for help was, what can he do? I mean,
The simple thing I will suggest to you to do is
I would say just reformat, isn't it? Go back to basics, reformat.
what you can actually do is boot up in safe mode and uninstall Norton 360.
Yeah, because if that's caused the blue screen of death,
Yeah.
hasn't it?
If you go into safe mode, it won't open, so you can just open a control panel and just manually uninstall it.
Yeah, but if I'm thinking correct, Norton still has the audacity to entangle itself in the system files, which is why.
Once you uninstall it, then you can turn your computer back on, restart your computer, and then I think what you can do after that is if you get something like registry cleaners or something like that, it will delete all the obsolete files that are still on the computer.
So basically, when you've uninstalled a program or something like that, it'll get
rid of everything. It should get rid of everything anyway when you boot up the computer again after you've removed the program. It normally asks you to restart the computer.
Okay, so
it should work.
If it doesn't, then
get back in touch with us and we'll help you.
Yeah, get back in touch and we'll guide you either by email or.
In case you're not sure how to get into safe mode, when you turn your computer off and you turn your computer back on, or you just restart your computer, hold on to F8, and then it will come up with an option saying how do you wish to start up Windows, and you say you want to start up in safe mode.
Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah. Tap F8 as it's loading up.
Yeah.
Now, if it doesn't get past the blue screen of death, obviously
reformat the computer.
Just start from Windows Vista Basic.
If you reformat the computer this time, for example, if you've got a 200 gig hard disk, if you do know what you're doing, partition your hard disk. So in case anything does go wrong, you've got all your important documents and stuff on your separate drive.
We can go into, we went into partitions in prior shows, haven't we, and things. Now, there has been a lot of complaints to us. I mean, again, if we'll get into the complaints in a second, but if you carry on having the same problem, same issue, please get in touch with us again, and we'll guide you through email, or we'll give you a number to call so that we can talk you through certain processes and of getting around it. Now, we've had a couple of complaints, only a couple, nothing too bad. it's basically, why don't we do music review or movie review anymore?
It's kind of like, not to be rude, but we are a
Yeah, I know, but
we are an IT related podcast,
yeah,
and we've kind of had quite a lot to be covering over the last
couple of shows. So basically, what we're trying to do now is every fourth show is, as we've stated in prior shows again, is going to be the free for all show. Where
I'm waiting for Tiny Tempest album to come out, Discovery.
I read something about that. That's meant to be a good album.
I'm waiting for that to come out. I'm going to buy it.
When it comes out, we'll do I'll tell you what, we'll do a review on that on the free for all show.
I'm going to buy it.
Because the free for all show, we'll cover IT.
Yeah.
And basically
We'll either buy it or we'll download it off iTunes.
Yeah. I think it'd be on iTunes first, wouldn't it? Because
it'll be on both actually at the same time.
You reckon?
Get
it through iTunes, it'd be quicker. Because that thing's going to sell out, really.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think it'll be cheaper as well on iTunes. Maybe not.
Well, saying that,
actually, if our workplace is selling it.
Yeah, but
if they're selling it,
I don't think they will though, because the album chart.
We'll have to go to the other one.
Oh.
The other one?
The 24-hour one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have to go to that one.
We'll have to go to that one. But yeah, we digress. Now, as to the video podcasting, we have to get certain things in place for that first.
Yes.
There's a lot we need to do prior to doing that. So once we've got all that in place, we'll be able to do the video podcasting, and you'll be able to see how cute Rachel looks if.
Hey, I never actually meant what I said.
Yeah, but people do take it seriously, dude.
Okay, if they think I am, they think I am.
You've probably got a fan base following, so
Fan base following, Oh God.
Do you know what? I dread to think when we start, when we actually start doing this live event stuff, how hectic it's going to be, because it's going to be.
I'll be walking in the middle of the street and people are going to know who I am.
I mean, just to give you guys a heads up. I mean, the only reason why we're going to start, why we're going to break protocol, and we will be saying where we work, is because it's to help fundraise for charity, basically.
For a good cause.
It's all for a good cause. We'll be advertising certain fundraising events that will be happening simply because I've sort of taken on a new job role within our lovely workplace. So I thought we'd link PCTechRadio in with that. I mean, it's worth it. I mean, looking at the people who download the show over the past.
That reminds me, when I see the biggest Tottenham fan next time, I'm gonna cuss him so badly. I'm gonna rip him.
Why? Just because they lost? No, they won, didn't they?
No, not in football terms. Like why he wasn't here for such a long time. Like he was on holiday and everything, and I'm just gonna rip him.
They deserve holidays now and again. Now,
we
need to give a shout out to all our American listeners, because there's a lot. All our UK listeners, and we'd like to welcome the listeners in India and people, Australia, and I think that is China. Am I correct in thinking that is China?
Yes, and we actually kind of had some in Japan as well, didn't we?
Yeah, we've had one in Japan, but it's not showing up.
I don't think we're technological enough for Japan.
Yeah, because I mean
they're a million miles ahead of us in technology terms.
Yeah, I mean, looking at some of the stats, we've been downloading in LA, California, Midwest, Central America. Well, Central America's Mexico.
I wonder if Lil Wayne's listening to it in Midwest.
We've been downloaded in New York.
Imagine Lil Wayne listening to this.
Do you know what?
Oh God, I'll laugh. I would laugh.
It's like
you're welcome to come on the show if you want.
Oh, do you know what? I'd love it if we could get any celebrity. Any
big artist.
Any big artist. I mean, to be honest, we're here in Birmingham.
In the UK, not in America.
Not in America, in the UK. I mean, we have one of the biggest reggae bands in the world.
Yep.
It's just a shame that two of the band members left. under some tenuous circumstances. I'm still bitching about that. I just can't believe it happened. But I love their music, and that band is obviously UB40. We're playing a couple of their tracks today because they're just an awesome group. I mean, they do a lot for the local area. So but I'd love to get anybody on like that. Do you know what? If we ever got an email to the show, by the way, it's admin@PCTechRadio.com if you wish to book and come on the show, and bring your laptop or your desktop. We don't mind. We'll fix it here on. Yeah.
If you're low end, you can just bring your tour bus along. We don't mind.
Yeah. We'll sit in the tour bus and set up our equipment in there. Even if it's I'm gonna say it, bugger it. Even if it's Selena Gomez, Miley Cyrus, Vanessa Hudgens, or Ashley Tisdale, bring your laptops. If you've got a problem, bring your desktops. We don't care. We'll fix them live on air. We don't care. I'd love to get anybody like that. I really would, but I know at this point in time I don't think it'd happen.
Oh, no.
To be realistic, I mean, even though, I think it's Vanessa Hudgens is on our Facebook group. It does say it's her official profile. So I'm glad we've got Vanessa Hudgens, Miley Cyrus, and I think Ashley Tisdale's on our Facebook group as well.
Yeah.
I'm glad to have them on there because this is a laugh and a joke, and we do play their music quite a lot.
Quite a lot.
And we play a lot of R&B and reggae, and I know we did state that this was going to be sort of 80s tunes, but there's only so much of the 80s you can play.
I know.
Before you get bored.
Yeah, rather than you listening to so much of the old school stuff.
Exactly.
You want to kind of listen to something a bit more.
So we're going to take a song break, and the next song is another Aliyah song, and Vishal's going to introduce this, and when we come back we'll be covering a little bit of basic maintenance, and then we'll go into a bit of podcasting brief that we covered in the last show that we've been asked to cover again. So
next track is Aliyah, and it's Rock the Boat.
I've never heard this track. What's it? Is it?
This is the track that she recorded the video for before the plane crash.
Is it?
Yeah.
Right. Okay, guys. I hope you enjoy this. This is another classic Aliyah song, and this is
Rock the Boat.
So a lot of people, a lot of her fan base still, mourn her passing every year.
To this day, still.
So
it's not. It's not.
She's remembered. The thing is, though, she's remembered for her music more than anything else.
Everyone rated her as the queen of R&B. Quite a lot of people said she defined R&B, and she changed the whole outlook of what R&B was. When R&B originally came back to when she came into the R&B game, and basically she completely changed everything.
Yeah.
I'm sure right now any R&B artist right now that's come out, female R&B artist that's come out right now, won't say that Aliyah's been an inspiration to them.
And I've noticed as well, none of her tracks have been done as covers by any other R&B artist. None of them.
Yep.
And I take that as a sign of respect for her music. But a lot of people don't realise she started off as an actress, didn't she? Or was it the other way around?
No. She was in R&B and then she went into acting. She went to acting right at the end of her career. Well, right at the end before her death.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, it's crazy. But, yeah, we were saying during the break there, the first thing we're going to do on the video podcasting is cover how we do a show from start to finish with Vishal hosting.
Oh God, he's going to stop this off now every single show.
Yeah, but come on, you were the one who said yes, I will be the host of PC Tech Radio TV.
I know you know what you'll be doing. You'll be like in hospital, and then it'll be like someone come over and say, "Oh, do you like videos and podcasts? Here you go," and then you'll see me hosting the show.
Yeah, so it's
it can happen.
It could happen, yeah. No,
it could very well happen.
We have been asked to cover podcasting again, but the thing is, we need to do a complete show on that, I think, and from start to finish. And we will be doing that in the next coming weeks and months. One show that has interested me actually that we had an email about. I forgot to mention this to you actually.
Okay.
Sure. No, it will actually.
Definitely be happening. Okay.
This will definitely be happening because it links into show 3.
Oh God.
Show 3.
I think you did tell me you're going to go more into detail in Firefox.
Yes, we've been asked to go into more detail in Firefox.
Yeah, we will definitely.
So we have to. The thing is, we have to plan that show, don't we, Vish? I mean, we have to plan it properly.
Yeah, we'll have quite a bit of research and stuff to do. I'm sure we know most of the stuff already.
Yeah, but you know more than me on Firefox because you use most of the apps and
add-ons and stuff.
Whereas I've only started sort of using add-ons that are useful to me in certain things that I use Firefox for. So that, I mean, when should we start that one? I think, should we say
about a couple of shows?
In a couple of shows.
Yeah.
Give ourselves a chance to.
We'll do PC World Part 2 probably in our next show.
I think we're going to have to because we're still getting loads of emails. And
seriously, please, we're more than welcome for you to email us even more.
Yeah.
Because not to sound rude to PC World, but I think they need a wake up call.
Yeah. It's not just that. We're again extending the invitation to PC World to actually come on the show and defend their. I know for the part 1 of PC World was all over the place, and we concentrated on the commission side of things. But we're going to go into their sales tactics, and again the commission, and again a few other bits and pieces that they utilise to sort of sell you products and things like that, which we've had emails on. I mean, at the last, I had to delete the last load because we've only got like 250 meg. Well, I think it's 400 meg space.
Yeah.
On our.
Automatic.
No, on our PCTechRadio.
Yeah. Email
account. For our, the PCTechRadio.com emails. Basically, it popped up in live mail the other day. Inbox full. Please delete messages to receive more. I deleted 200, and this was just stories on PC World. I mean, I think we've opened up a can of worms here, and
that's very good.
It is good in a way because we can put these questions to PC World. If we can get somebody from either from PC World or is it DSGI?
I think DGSI, something like
DGSI, something like that. From PC World's head office to come in and basically say, okay, this is how it's meant to be. This is how it's meant to be in stores. I think that's only fair, isn't it? I mean, it's okay as covering the complaints side of it, but we are not the complaints department of PC World, unfortunately. I mean, I know if it was our company, if certain things, if certain things at our lovely workplace were coming through, as I've read on some of the emails, I mean, half of the management staff would be sacked straight away.
Half?
Okay, all of the management staff would be sacked straight away. I mean, it's like that one.
Like the one I was talking about. The guy came in, and then
the manager told him to get lost.
Yeah, the manager told him to get lost. The manager said, "Oh, we think you're fiddling with the computer on purpose and just giving it to us." When he's genuinely actually had a problem with his computer, and he's brought it back in, and he goes, "Oh, you're sabotaging your computer and you're making faults in it, and you're giving it to us on purpose and giving us more work to do. Get lost, get out my store."
Yeah. If any of our managers at our lovely workplace did anything like that, straight away,
they'd be sacked.
No, it'd be straight away. You'd get
the regional manager coming down.
I was going to say his nickname, but I don't know if he ever catches sight of this
Uncle.
podcast.
Yeah. Uncle Jay.
Yeah, Uncle Jay. Uncle Jay from the regional office comes down. It'd be straight in the training room. Blah blah blah. Instant dismissal, gone.
Yeah.
Because, there was one. Not to go into too much detail and ruin ruin part 2, but there was one email that, I mean, in a way it had me laughing because the customer actually got their own back on PC World. But not only that, it's actually quite a horrid story. Remember the old exploding batteries on the...
Oh yes, I remember those.
I can't remember which maker laptop it was. It had the fault of if you left the laptop on for a certain length of time, the battery would explode and the laptop would catch fire.
Yeah, I remember it. I forgot the make name as well.
I'll have to drag the emails out for the next show, but we'll go into detail on it then. Now we'll take another song break, and then I think we're 3 shows in for this month, aren't we?
Yes.
So the next show is the free for all.
Oh yes.
So what will we be doing next week? Apart from work, obviously.
Oh, I'm gonna be in London.
Man's gonna be chilling. Gonna be chilling out. Yeah, but you will be back. When are you back?
Following Monday.
So, a week from Monday, you'll be back.
So not this Monday, the following Monday.
So if we leave it till
that week
that you're back, then we can do the free for all show then.
Chilling.
So it's a week off for us then.
I know. I'm going to London to see that certain person. You know the.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes, honestly.
So your mate has finally set you two up then? Yes. So no, you can't get out of this one.
Well, actually, there's no sorting out that's been done, but
you just want to see what may happen.
No, it's not. I want to see what may happen. Whether I want to or I don't, it's going to happen anyway.
Yeah, true. I mean,
it's one of those ones.
At the end of the day, but like, we won't get into personal issues on the show because
it's hilarious. If I said it live on radio, I think every single person right now will be cracking up and falling off their chair.
We get sued.
And if that person ever heard this and found out about it, you know.
Yeah, we'd get sued big time. Now we're going to take a break. We'll cover some basic maintenance issues as well. Again, to do with the registry visual.
Oh god.
Yeah. This time it's with Windows 7 registry though.
Oh, even better.
To do with Reg Cleaner.
Why is someone fiddling wearing Reg Cleaner?
I will explain after this song break.
You can already tell that I'm already annoyed at someone doing something.
Yeah. Well, Reg Cleaner, I've never used it. I don't know if you have.
I have.
Right.
I wouldn't trust it. I wouldn't trust it with a barge pole.
Okay, that just says everything. Okay, guys, this next song is classic UB40, and it's As Always, You Were Wrong Again. Query comes at a laughable
and serious at the same time.
Yeah, because again, we think this has been done, so
not something we would recommend because it's not something that is legal.
Because it's actually editing software that has been created, so it's interfering with someone's intellectual property.
Yeah. I think there's only certain bits of software that you can actually edit itself, like Firefox. You can edit
because
Firefox.
they allow you to do that.
They allow you to do it. You are allowed to change Firefox into your own, whatever you want to do with it.
Yeah.
But obviously that is at your own risk.
Yeah. But this, we do not recommend. We do not recommend at all.
David was telling me this while the song was playing. You guys were listening to the song.
Yeah.
And I was actually in stitches because while he was telling me half of the story, I started laughing and I go, "Why in God's name has he actually done this?"
Yeah.
Before we even finished the story about what happened.
But what you said, it's like what you said during the break. The only reason why he's doing it is it's got to be something illegal.
Yeah. Right. Basically, in simple terms, what this guy or girl, whoever that person is.
Well, they didn't leave their name on the email, put it that way. Yeah. So
basically, what they have done is basically they've downloaded, what was it, Registry Cleaner?
I think it's Registry Cleaner or Reg Edit, some sort of Reg Edit program.
I think it might have been Registry Cleaner or something like that. And he or she has downloaded it, put it on the computer. They've then edited that actual software itself.
Yeah, it's the actual coding of the software and what it does.
The actual coding of the software and how the software works, what it does and everything. They've edited the software itself, and then they've started using it, and they've got a problem with it. Now, firstly, if you haven't got permission in doing that, you've already broken the law in doing it. Secondly, what in God's name were you thinking trying to mess around with your registry?
Yeah.
I mean, we've said it many times.
Over all the 17 shows,
registry is something you never mess
with. Never.
If it goes, your whole computer goes.
Not even we mess. We have registry cleaners.
Yeah, but what we do is whenever we do a registry cleaner, we get rid of stuff that's in our registry. We actually back it up before it happens. So if anything goes wrong, we've actually got a backup of everything.
And it will automatically bring the backup up if and we use programs, but we don't go and custom edit the software itself. As you guys know out there, we, over the 17 shows we've done now, we do not recommend messing with the registry at all.
In any way whatsoever.
I mean, we've had some horror cases, haven't we, where, it's not the person's fault that...
who was that guy that who tried to delete his registry stuff after he deleted iTunes?
Oh yeah, a long while ago. That was.
He was so funny. I couldn't stop laughing.
Yeah, but the thing is, if you're not computer savvy or computer literate, you're gonna take somebody's word.
If you don't know what you're doing, basically.
Yeah, you're gonna take somebody's word as law, and if somebody says to you, "Oh, you need to go into the registry and find these 2 bits of code," Unless they're a software expert that have got a Microsoft certification course on their name, I don't think I would trust anyone. Yeah, I don't even think I'd trust them. I don't trust myself half the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you're a granddad, so it's a different story for you.
Hey, I ain't got no grandkids. It's one of those.
Grandpa McGraw. That's good as well.
Yeah, it does, but
God. Grandpa McGraw. That's your new nickname.
That's a couple of years away yet before I have kids. I tell you.
A couple of years. Are you telling us something we don't know?
What? It's going to be a couple of years at least. I've got to meet the right woman first.
Granddad.
I've got to meet the right woman first. If I can meet the right woman, then maybe I'll be able to settle down and have kids. Move out eventually.
Eventually?
Yeah.
Boy, you better move out.
Yeah, but dude, have you seen how expensive it is in this area?
Try coming to my area.
I wouldn't want to. I'll tell you what, the look of the houses down your area, it's expensive. Especially on that main road.
Exactly, it's a main road. Why wouldn't it be expensive?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, even when you go down to your side, off the main road, down that end, it looks expensive, the houses down there.
Oh, they're 250, 300k.
Exactly. Me, I can get a mortgage, but I can only get 89 grand. No, not even that, 49. What am I going to buy with 49 grand apart from a cardboard box?
Yeah, but if you got a missus, you get a joint mortgage.
Yeah, true. See, that's my bad credit rating, but anyway, that's being sorted. But anyway, back to this registry issue. Again, I don't agree with the custom edit that he's done on this software, because again, it's intellectual property plus it's copyright, isn't it?
Yes.
And like we've already said, the only software that I'm aware of that allows you to do that is Firefox, because they want you to experiment with it and change things about and personalise it, and
because then they find out.
And
if they find out about it and they're like, "Oh yeah, I've edited it and it's done this," it works even better for them.
Yeah, and I've managed to say, download this application or video quicker. They can incorporate it into the next sort of reincarnation of Firefox. Do you know what? I can't wait for the new Firefox show. I'm glad somebody had asked us to do that, to be honest. And they actually put in the email, they got a kick out of show 3. This is why they've suggested this one.
That's good.
And then we had an Internet Explorer user actually say...
I actually had one of my friends one of my friends, I didn't know he was listening to the podcast, and then he just said to me, he goes, and he just all of a sudden he goes, "Oh, by the way, you called me stupid, didn't you?"
Oh yeah, he told me about
he goes,
this.
"You called me stupid." I said, "Huh?" I was like, "What are you actually talking about?" And then he goes, "I listened to your podcast." He goes, "I heard you say in the Internet Explorer vs Firefox show that if you use Internet Explorer, you are stupid." And I turned and said, "Well, that does make you stupid, then, doesn't it?"
Well, we do apologise for that on Visual's behalf. He didn't mean you were stupid. It's just a case of you're a bit silly for using the software, especially when it's proven
that they've got like 1,000,001 faults and there's about 50 million security flaws.
Yeah, it is.
It's kind of like.
But the thing is, though, a lot of people will stick to the norm, and by that I mean
Firefox isn't on your system, and
yeah.
Internet Explorer is.
I mean, yeah, exactly. So they'll stick with the status quo and use Internet Explorer, but it's later on down the line when they find out about Firefox from knowledgeable people like ourselves, or
I know. When I started,
not so biased people. Episode 3. Listen.
Yeah, when I started using Firefox, I was like, "Wow, this is good. This is a lot better than Internet Explorer." And that day, never touched it.
My jaw dropped. The thing that got me hooked on Firefox was the speed.
Yeah, exactly. It was 1,000,001 times better.
The quickness of how it loaded. I mean, just as an example, the version of Firefox that's on the laptop. I did a test. I tested how long it took for Internet Explorer to load up, and how long it took for Firefox to load up.
Let me guess. Firefox trounced it by 1,000,000 miles.
Yeah.
How did I even not know that?
You didn't have to even guess it, to be honest. So the next show is going to be the free-for-all in a week. We've got a week off to do a bit of research on a few things. I might do a few movie reviews. And when's that album out that you mentioned earlier?
I think it's out later this month.
So it'll be next week then, won't it?
Should be, yes.
So
I've got to have a read up of it to find out when it is anyway.
Yeah.
I posted it up on one of the forums to say that it's coming out soon.
So
I've just got to recheck that again.
Guys, we will when it comes to the MSN, it's PCTechRadio, all lowercase, all one word, at live.co.uk. Add us to your MSN Messenger, and we will announce the day before, or say 2 days before.
Yeah, I think one thing we'll have to do, which I think we'll definitely have to do, is when we announce it on the day, I'm going to sign in offline, and I'm going to wait for 5 minutes, and I'm just going to let every single window in the corner open to say this person's added you, this person has added you, this person has added you.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to wait for a few minutes and just click OK, accept for about 5 minutes, accepting everyone.
What we'll do is it's PCTechRadio at live.co.uk. 2 days before we broadcast, we will announce what time we are broadcasting on the Facebook group, the Twitter group, and then we will stand by and wait to see who adds PCTechRadio, I suppose, on their MSN Messenger.
By the way, this isn't just going to be us coming on and talking to you normally like you having a conversation with your friends.
We want you to send your questions so we can answer them straight away. And do you know what? I've got a dreaded feeling that by the time we announce it and by the time we sign on, you have 1,100 and something friends requests on the MSN Messenger. Do you wish to accept them all? That's my only fear. We're going to get people. Now, do remember that when you do send your question via MSN Messenger, we are broadcasting the show. We may not be able to answer it on that show in particular, but we will also be signing on the free-for-all shows. So if there's anything that you want, even if there's anything that you want us to cover and do in our next however many shows we're going to do, then just send us a message, and we'll answer to the best of our knowledge. This is going to be such a challenge, I think.
Oh yeah.
Okay, guys. So the next show is the free for all. I would say the show after that, Firefox.
Yeah, show after that's Firefox.
And then next show free for all. Show after that, unless we do PCTechRadio. PCTechRadio. What am I saying?
PCTechRadio.
PC World.
Yes.
On the next show, and then the free for all show after that, because we have to do a part 2, I think. Of
Yeah, we're gonna have to anyway. But
yeah, we'll have to, I think. Yeah, that's it. We'll have to do PC World. So, guys, we're signing off for this show, and we will see you in the next show, where MSN will be available.
Yep.
And then it'll be the show after that we're going to try and get Skype.
Yeah, we'll try. We'll see if we can get it.
We'll see if we can get it, and we'll go from there.
And our final track is my favourite track of hers, and this is Aaliyah, I Miss You.
Aaliyah.
And this is the tribute video
Yep.
that everyone saw. And I actually checked this as well. This track was not released in the UK.
Wasn't it?
Nope.
Not even on any of her albums?
On her albums they were, but it wasn't released as a single in the UK. It was only released in America.
Oh, right.
Which I think was very, very
Yeah, but it's
bad.
Yeah, but it's hard to do anyway, isn't it? I mean, not only was the R&B world grieving, but it is bad in a way, because a lot of the UK fans were grieving for her as well. But
Yep.
I suppose but they did have it available for download. I do remember
Yeah.
it being available for download. Now, guys, we're logging off. Quick shout out to the Facebook group and everybody on it. Quick shout out to the Twitter group and everybody.
MySpace group and everything.
And keep listening and keep tuning in.